Welcome to the Gear Slime, your one-stop shop for all things guitar culture nonsense. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Boo.
And I'm Cole.
We slum it hard so you don't have to.
Here's a good Star Wars name. Protectorate Gleb.
Oh.
Gleb.
I gotta get my Protectorate Gleb.
I got a new prescription for my Protectorate Gleb.
Protectorate Gleb sounds like
Star Wars is so dumb.
like what they would call a pocket protector in like some crazy
Yeah.
sci-fi universe.
I think like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is just better than Star Wars when it comes down to it.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I want to read the books because I never have, but I remember people being really into them.
They're very
Like,
good books.
A couple people were really into them when I was a kid.
They're very good books, but they are very like they aren't the same type of humor as Gilmore Girls, but they have the same effect where it's just like one overly clever joke after another, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a little too clever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love Gilmore Girls.
I remember
don't get me wrong.
I remember being really, really young, and my dad like reading it to me when I was little, and him laughing so hard he couldn't stop. That's the memory I have of it. Like not
It
like
is-
of actual
they're
jokes,
really
but just
good.
of my dad like completely hysterical,
Yeah.
like falling apart because he's like laughing so hard at how.
I think it honestly stands out more when you listen to the audiobooks. Like I think they're almost better to read as a book, you know.
I liked the movie. I saw the movie. Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Do you guys remember a Ninja Turtles character called Panda Khan?
Yeah.
You do?
I had the action figure for him. It's basically like a panda with like
Yeah, he's like a ninja
blue.
panda.
Yeah.
So I went to school with this kid named PK Sharp, whose parents invented
No.
PandaCon,
Wait, invented or
or like created. I mean,
yeah. They didn't
they
name him
created
after
the-
PandaCon.
I don't know if they named. I
Well,
don't
they
know.
weren't
I think-
fans. They weren't fans who like then named
No,
their
no,
kid
no,
after
like-
some obscure.
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his name was PK, and then they like made PandaCon after that. So the
Ah.
character is actually named after him.
What
But
if
he was
PK
really
Subban's-
into Douglas Adams and that book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Also, this kid Clint, whose underwear I lit on fire in weightlifting one day.
Wait, what?
We were
because
friends.
he likes
Uh,
Star Wars?
Burying the lead.
You were a
No, we
bully?
were friends. No, we were like friends, and we would
Oh,
like neither of us took weightlifting seriously, and so we had we would change in the gym, right, and then we had to walk to the weight room, which was like it's a rural school, so the weight room was out by like the ag department.
uh-huh.
So we had to walk off campus and then back onto campus to get to the weight room. So in between like the gym and the weight room, we would like take a detour and smoke cigarettes in this neighborhood and then go to the weight room to lift weights for PE. But so I had a lighter, and one day he was like doing a squat or something, and his boxers were hanging out above his shorts. So I just lit them on fire. Oh, kids.
Pretty awesome.
I mean, it like barely didn't like catch fire and like go up in flames or anything, but
Yeah.
I remember that. I also remember one time I spelled his name on his paper for him with all capital letters. And if your name is Clint and you spell it with all capital letters, it,
Yeah.
you know,
We've done that on multiple birthday cakes for my brother Clint.
of course. He was none too thrilled.
No.
But he also
your
liked mine. I'm sure yours was also not. But this Clint also liked Douglas Adams and the Hitchhiker's Guide. Also the Necronomicon as well.
Phil, I found
Yeah.
it.
What was the name?
we were
BB-8.
talking
Oh,
we were talking to Ryan and Steve about spin-off podcasts, and Steve said Ryan's next surf album will be called 60 Cycle Sun. And then I said, or the Star Wars spin-off podcast, Salacious Cycle Crumb.
Yes.
Salacious Crumb is like
He's
Disney. He's the little Jabba the Hutt guy.
Yes, he's kind of famous from episode 6. And I think he's more famous because when people learned his name, they were like, "Wait, what the hell kind of name is that?"
Mm-hmm.
Like Salacious? What?
Yeah.
his name is
B.
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious B. Crumb. Like, hey, he be Crumb.
Salacious B. Crumb, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's what I heard.
Guys, Salacious B. Crumb. Do you remember that movie, Who's Harry Crumb?
Yeah.
That movie was great.
That's Bill Murray, isn't it? Or
No, it's
is it
John Candy.
John Candy.
Yeah.
I love John Candy.
Yeah.
Who's Harry Crumb? What was it good though?
I don't know if it was good. I saw it as a kid, but he was like a spy, so he did like a bunch of like different like disguises.
Yeah.
Who's Harry
But he
Crumb.
was kind of a doofus. Oh, it's got the guy from Howard the Duck in it, Jeffrey
I think
Jones.
he was kind of a doofus, yeah. Jeffrey Jones is the creepiest actor, but he's
Yeah.
so good.
He's been in some weird stuff.
What was that movie? Do you remember that movie that he was in a movie where like their minivan got stuck in a tractor beam and like pulled onto a spaceship?
Mom and Dad Save the World.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was also in that movie that we tried to think of for a long time called Stay Tuned, where they like get sucked into it. It's kind of like UHF a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
Was he
I mean,
in? Oh no, I'm thinking of James Grodin.
John Ritter was in that. Remember? That's
yes.
that's why we were talking about that. But he's also in.
Is he
He's
in
also
Clifford?
in Howard the Duck.
He's not in Clifford, right? Or is he in Clifford? Do you remember that movie with Martin Short where he's like a creepy little kid?
You're talking about Problem Child.
No.
Oh, no,
That's
no.
an actual child. Clifford is Martin Short,
Yes.
like plays a
He's
child.
playing a child.
Yes.
Weird.
Dude,
John
and James-
Ritter is the
James
dad in
Grodin.
Clifford.
Is it? No, I think it's James
Or no,
Grodin.
Charles Grodin. Yeah.
Charles Grodin, yeah. Charles Grodin is like his stepdad or something.
John Ritter kind of looks like Charles
The
Grodin
weirdest
to
thing.
me.
Really?
Right? Are they kind of
I don't
reminiscent
think
of each
so
other?
At all. No.
I don't know, man.
I remember when that movie came out, Clifford, that like, they're like
John
I
Ritter
can't
looks like
remember
Bill
what-
Hicks.
I can't remember what late night show he was on, but like the first question they asked was like, "So you're playing an actual child in this movie?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's right." And he goes, "So you don't think that's going to be difficult? Like, you're going to actually pull off playing a child?" And he goes, No, not at all. And then like he just refused to acknowledge that, like,
I mean,
That-
it's not like
that it's
anyone's gonna think
completely
he's an actual child.
preposterous.
Yeah, but that's
No,
the
I
whole
know.
point. Like, that's a
Right.
stupid question to ask.
Exactly.
Are you
It's-
are you afraid that someone's gonna think you're not actually an abominable snowman in this movie? That you might just be a human playing the character of Abominable Snowman? It's like I want to see that person's interview with the guy from Harry and the Hendersons. They're like, so you're playing Bigfoot.
Okay, but that looks like Bigfoot though.
I know,
Like
but
it
at no
looks like a
point did
Bigfoot.
I think, oh, this is an actual Bigfoot play in this movie.
You didn't lose
Like,
yourself in the movie and go, "Wow."
I mean, as much as I do with any movie, but
Good.
that's what acting is.
But not with Clifford is what I'm saying.
I think so.
No, you did not.
But that's the whole point. Like, that's part of the joke, though. Is
I
that it's
know.
not that it's
It
Martin
is.
Short playing a kid.
Oh, 100%. It wasn't like, we've got this great script. We need to find the perfect child actor. Oh,
Yeah,
crap. We can't
yeah.
find one. Let's do Martin Short. It was not that. It was the opposite.
Yeah.
It was like,
It's
Martin
like,
Short.
what if Martin Short pretended to be a kid?
Yes.
Wait, John Ritter was the dad in Problem Child.
Correct.
Is that what you were thinking, Cole? Is that why you think they look alike?
No. It's partially because both their IMDb pictures are like very reminiscent of each other. Like they're black and here. I'm gonna share my screen.
Who was the dad in Uncle Buck?
That's John Candy. Or no, he was Uncle Buck.
He was the uncle.
Yeah.
Freaking idiot.
Oh, I shouldn't have shared my whole screen. But here's Charles Grodin.
It's all right.
And there's John Ritter.
Oh, in that picture he kind of does, but that picture doesn't look like very.
So it's
John
just
Ritter
the one.
to me.
It just looks like
but
a couple of
they play
white
like
boomers.
similar types of parts too.
Yes,
just like generic dads.
Yeah, just like put upon white guy.
Well,
yeah.
Well, to be honest though, they are both very, very funny at being the straight man. Like they're both very funny.
Yeah.
They do a good job.
That's John Ritter's son.
Yeah, John Ritterson.
He has two sons, Jason and Tyler or Tyson.
Donner Blitzen.
John. The funny part is you say
Joe John
that John Ritter was very good at playing a straight man, but in Three's Company he had to pretend to be gay.
The ultimate straight man.
Which is really funny. It's really funny. Like, I understand they're like, okay, a guy can't live with a girl, but it's like, okay, I'm trying to imagine like the person who is like too conservative to like let a man live with two women platonically, but like not so conservative that they're okay with gay people.
Yes. Well, it's the same. I think it was the same era too. Bosom buddies.
Yeah.
Like the whole idea.
Opposite. They like lived in like a women's place, right?
But like that was a thing that existed.
Yeah.
Like that there were like not hotels, but apartment buildings that were
just for single women.
Yeah.
Like no men allowed.
No men, because
it's like
who
an
knows what
all-girl
could happen.
School. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, we really need an apartment, and there's a great
were they
price.
Also cheaper? Was it like it's like how like they have like over 50 communities now? It's
I don't know if it was. I don't remember what that but it was whatever it was. It was like, we got to live here.
Yeah.
So it's worth dressing like women.
We got it.
We got to.
What do you know? What do you know Jason Ritter from? You responded pretty adamantly when you saw his picture, but
okay, so there was like a okay, don't tell me, I know you're looking it up. He was on a show relatively recently that was like a young adult kind of Friends type show. But more recently, he was on the show Raising Dion, which we as a family have been obsessed with because it's one of the only things that all three of us enjoy.
Okay.
It's a Netflix show. So
wait a minute.
Yes.
He's married to Melanie Lynskey? Melanie Lynskey was from Two Guys or from 2.5 Men. But she used to be married to Jimmy Simpson.
Wait, was she also on what was the show that people love that I never cared about? How I Met Your Mother?
No. She was not on that.
Why do I feel like she was?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't. How I Met Your Mother is a show that I watched all the way through on Netflix just because, but it was okay. It was
Isn't it like 12 seasons?
Yeah, like 10 or 11 seasons. I mean, it was a lot.
You watched that many?
Big commitment. But I was like,
you watched
okay,
that much?
I mean, it was fine. It was like a good sitcom, and it was like, okay, I'm not going to watch Friends again, or not Friends, but The Office again.
Why not?
Because I had seen it like a million times.
No, that's
I mean, it's good. It's like worth watching. It's not like a bad show.
she seems so recognizable to me, and I'm looking at all of her credits, and I don't know any of these movies.
She was in that the Drew Barrymore Cinderella movie. You remember that one? Did you ever watch that?
Every girl I knew in high school was obsessed with it, but I never watched it.
Oh, okay. So Jason Ritter played a teacher on Parenthood who like kind of had like an inappropriate relationship with a teenage girl, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
Like she was like she like had a crush on him and he like didn't discourage it, and then like the parents
she was the
got
kid?
involved. No. I'm just saying Jason Ritter.
You're okay.
Daughter, the girl in the show, not Melanie Linsky.
The little girl.
And then he married her.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh.
No. Oh man. No. Sorry. I was telling a different story. I was just saying that's where I most recently know Jason Ritter from.
Okay.
Oh, she's from New Zealand? Interesting. I did not know that. You know who Jimmy Simpson is, though, right?
Say again.
You know who Jimmy Simpson is? Jamie Simpson is Jimmy Simpson, her previous spouse. Jimmy Simpson is McPoyle, Liam McPoyle.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
We'll call her.
He was also in the first season of Westworld, which was I like that season a lot. Did you watch that, Phil?
I watched the first season.
The first season's really good, and the second season I was like, I've started it a couple times.
Same. I don't think I made it through the second season.
Yeah, and then there's like a third, and now a fourth one's coming out.
But is the third season the one with Jesse Pinkman?
Is he in that show?
Yeah, like out of nowhere, he's on the show, but again, I can't make it through earlier episodes to get to the Jesse Pinkman.
So stuff. I think I did watch season 2. So season 1 is all about Westworld. Season 2 expands to like other theme parks in the same park.
That is correct.
And then in season 3, the hosts actually come out like into the real
future
world.
Land.
Yeah, like they're out just in the normal human world.
Normal future.
Well, it's not the future, but
it is the future.
The whole thing is in the future, though. Like they've always been in the future.
Yes, Aaron, it's our future. We are the viewer, so you have to call it the future.
But I'm saying they don't come out into the future because they were in the future since season 1. All of the seasons take place in our future, is what I'm saying.
Correct.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to say that in season 3 they come out into the future.
They come out of the pretend past into the real future.
Sure. Well, it's the real present. In the series, it's not the future, it's the present. They come out of the pretend past future into the real present future and wreak havoc somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched the old movie? Apparently there's an old movie, Westworld.
Yeah. And do you know who the writer of the original?
It's a Michael Crichton story, right?
Yes.
Crichton.
Yeah. But I don't think it was a book. I think he just wrote a movie, if I recall correctly.
That might be true.
Yeah.
So the original movie was starring
Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner, who at the time was like a huge cowboy movie star.
Yeah.
And so they're like, hey, do you want to be a robot in a cowboy movie? And he's like, sure, why not?
Yul Brynner's cool.
Okay.
Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner's cool. That's the soundbite from this episode.
He is.
You're just like
that's the title.
Authoritatively saying, dude, this guy's cool.
Well, it's so cool because he's like he was not like he's not like a traditional like American white guy, and yet he's
no, he's
like,
not white.
playing
He's
all these
clearly
leading
not
man
white.
roles. Apparently,
Yes.
he's Russian. I didn't know. I looked that up, but he's
Oh,
like
that's a bummer.
the far eastern Republic of Russia, so like the Asian side of Russia.
Oh.
But I agree.
So-
I wouldn't consider him a white guy. But
The story I heard about the television show is kind of obnoxious. That the reason J.J. Abrams has a producing credit is because at some like hobnobby party,
he was like, "Hey, we should make a show about this."
somebody just literally walked up to him, like it was like a group of freaking fat cats,
Yeah.
right? And somebody said, "So JJ, what would you do with the Westworld IP for HBO?" And he was like, I think what I do is I would just flip it on its head and make it about like, hey, shouldn't we care about the robots? Like, shouldn't we care about them? And everybody like kind of like, oh, and then it literally like, holy crap, write that down. And then like turned into a thing. He was just literally spouting off, and they turned it into a like insanely expensive TV show.
Yeah, but then you can't like not credit him, because then he'll be like, "Oh, that was my idea, and I'm suing
Whoa,
you
for sure.
a ton of money."
And I would argue it is a really good idea, but it's like, well, anybody could like smoke weed and come up with that idea.
It's a good idea, but it's
You
also
have to
like
write a good story.
it's also like not like super original, because
Right.
the whole like anti-hero, like let's see it from the other character's perspective, is definitely like a trend that's been
Yes.
going on for a while. It's like Wicked. Like let's give it the Wicked treatment.
Actually, maybe it was in another direction. It might have been, hey, what IP would you? It might have been that. What
like,
IP would
what
you
IP should we do
resurface?
Wicked to?
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, freaking Westworld.
Westworld.
Hell yeah. Pass
Cool.
the don't you on the left hand side or whatever.
Man,
whatever it
that
goes.
first season's really good though. It's like really good.
It is. It blew my mind. Like almost every episode, I was like,
Yeah, it's so
"What?"
good. And then they would do like the player piano with like the current songs on it.
Yeah. Yes.
Was cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like, it doesn't look like anything to me.
What? Yeah.
Have you seen that show, Cole?
Westworld?
Yeah,
No.
dude. The first season is bonkers. So good.
Actually,
Part of why I haven't said much for the last 10 minutes.
the whole idea of when you like let people be like, oh, you're just gonna like, if you think about like Grand Theft Auto, right?
Oh
like,
yeah.
what do people want to do when they play Grand Theft Auto? It's like,
Mhm.
oh, I just want to like rob banks and
Yeah.
murder prostitutes or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
so then like if you just kind of like take that idea and follow it out, then like it's like no, but then you go, nah, yeah, that's like, no, that is exactly what would happen.
yeah, for sure.
Anyway, Cole, I miss you.
Do we have a game for this episode?
Oh, we do.
Oh, is it everyone's favorite game?
We do. Although, Aaron, I do want to say, when you asked me 1 or 2 episodes ago, mash it, trash it, or how's the game go?
Oh, stash it, mash it, trash it.
You asked me, and I laughed really hard, and then I was like, man, I missed that game.
Oh, okay.
So please bring that game back.
All right.
But yes, tonight is the latest installment of Guess That Pedal Review.
Sounds like someone's smoking a bong.
That's what it sounds like.
Were you tapping your microphone? It sounded like bubbles. Like
No, I was just trying to
can't
keep.
do that sound. I can't do it. Never mind. Sorry. Sorry, Cole.
Don't ever make that sound again.
I know.
To a microphone.
I was trying to land on something and it did not work.
I don't. It sounded more like when you go to the dentist and they put that straw in your mouth.
It just that straw really sucks.
It does. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good sound. Okay. This first review
Sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah.
is by C. Tripodi. C. Tripodi. This is a 5-star review titled, "This Thing is Awesome." United States, December 5th, 2020.
See, tripod these nuts.
I think my wife likes this pedal effect in a box more than I do. No one in the house can. This device comes with lots of choices and many more options. I use the blank to blank a couple of songs, and it was the best record that I have ever done. A couple of people have told me that it sounded like it was professionally done. The guitar parts sounded so good and clear, even though I use heavy distortion and fuzz for both guitar and bass. I highly, highly recommend the blank. All right, what is it?
Is it
Phil, that review gave us no information.
Is it
It
a
gave
walrus?
you
Is it a
some-
walrus audio ACS one?
It is not a Walrus Audio anything.
Is it it's some kind of like amp in a box? Is it like a Marshall in a box?
It is not a Marshall in a box.
Is it
just
an
a
amp in a
box?
box?
It's a
Is it
something.
a box in a box?
Is it a Vox in a box? Is it
It's
a Vox
something
on
in a
socks?
box.
In a box with
Is it a
Box?
iridium?
It is not a iridium.
Is it
Is it a very popular amp
literally-
replacement pedal?
I don't want to say it's very popular. It is in the upper echelons.
Is it a new?
Catalan
like
bread?
I can't answer when you.
Is it a
talk over each
Catalan
other.
bread pedal?
It is not Catalan bread.
Phil, don't talk to us like we're your students.
We're not just a couple
Is
little
this-
girls.
Is this like one of the new fangled? And yeah, we're the front boys of this podcast. Is it like one of the newfangled amps in a box where it's like it's got all the like amp and cab emulation and everything, or is it like a Friedman BEOD or something?
I don't.
Is it like-
think
He's saying, is it like a big multi? Like,
Is it meant to replace your amp, or is it just like this will give you the sound like this one type of amp,
yeah.
and then you will still need to play through an amp? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you guys are off track with this question because the answer is
Well, if
no.
the answer is neither, then say neither.
Is it? You said it was an
Okay,
amp
the
in a
answer is-
box, though.
Well, yeah. At one point, the review said it's a blank in a box.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Cole.
what if he was like, it's a chorus in a box? Like, who would have thunk?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where we're getting amp in a box from. And it sounded like he said no one in the house could tell the difference between that and the amp. When you cut out like a large portion of the review.
Yeah, all those words you omitted.
Okay, I'm going to start reading the review unedited.
No, we're not.
And-
We'll get
Just
there.
answer,
Is it?
just answer the questions. that
Can
we
you
asked.
tell us if it's an amp in a box? Is that what the words were that you beeped out?
The amp, no.
But it
or
was
is
like a specific amp in a box.
An amp type.
It is nothing. It is not any particular
Oh. Is it like
specific amp.
what? Yeah, but is it meant? But it's not an effect. It's like it's meant to.
Does it say chorus in a box or overdrive in a
It doesn't-
box?
It's not an effect pedal per se. It is not. It is something else. There's another word. Oh crap! You guys are going to be so mad at me.
Is it
'cause
like a
you-
Like a
DAW?
preamp or
DAW
something?
in a box?
what?
DAW? DAW
DAW,
in a
no.
box?
It is not ba with the ba
Is
in
it
the box.
speaker in a box?
Yes.
Okay.
What? As if anyone can.
But it's not
Listen.
it's not
Oh,
just
is it like
speaker,
a? It's
though,
like
right?
a Leslie. It's like a rotary speaker.
No.
Is it? Is that?
We're missing
like,
a word.
Close
Speaker
though?
what? Speaker what?
Speaker emulator?
Close.
Speaker
No.
What do you mean?
cab?
It's like a rotary
Speaker
speaker in a
cabinet.
box.
Speaker cabinet.
Speaker
in a
cabinet in a
box.
box.
Oh, is it that? Is it the Boss? Whatever it's called,
No.
IR loader.
It's not a boss.
Is it an IR loader?
a Nux or Nuix?
No, it's not a Nux and NetOX.
It's just a cab though. It's not an amp. Phil, we're gonna be so angry at you. I can
I
already tell.
know.
I do not know of a pedal that is just a single cab in a box.
Yeah.
So unless it's some kind of IR loader, I think you are reading it wrong.
Well, I'm sure probably the review says speaker cabinet in a box, but it probably is not that.
Yeah, Cole. It's not my fault. This guy's an idiot.
So what is the part when you said no one in the house can, and then you just like trailed off? What did that say?
Okay.
No one in the house can, and then you were
No
quiet
one
for
in
like
the
a
house
minute and a
can
half.
hear me jam loudly anymore.
Okay.
That did not give anything away. Why did you?
So it's not
Oh,
an
is it
effect,
like a-
then.
Is it like a freaking headphone amp or something?
Is it the Waza Air?
No.
But that's not in a box, though. Is it like an HX Stomp?
No.
Is
Is
it a
it-
Helix?
Is it a line 6 of some kind?
Not line 6. Not Helix.
Is it Fractal? Axe Effects?
No.
Is it a Boss?
Emperor?
No.
Is it
Does it
Walklet?
have a headphone jack? Is that what he's saying? That he's using
Well,
headphone output from it?
It does have a headphone jack, but it also it's not
Yeah.
just for that.
Is it a Quilter?
It is not a quilter.
Is it like an Iridium? Is it that same type of pedal?
No, because an Iridium is like, oh, I want this kind of amp.
Is
Right.
it the Old Blood Noise one?
No.
Their headphone amp?
No, but the Iridium. So what are you saying this is? Is it actually just a cab?
I'm going to read you the title of the product.
Well, that kind of ruins the game.
It does ruin the game, but I don't want you guys to be mad at me.
Well, just
anymore.
It's
answer the
okay. It'll be
questions.
worth it. It'll be worth it. Don't. It'll. So, oh, is it one of those? Is it one of those Bogner pedals?
It is not made by Bogner.
Do you know? Do you know what this pedal does, Phil?
Barely. I know. I know if someone if I open.
What
a
does it
box
say?
and
What are
this
the
is
words he put in the review? Something in a box. What are those words?
Cab simulator. No, sorry, speaker cabinet in a box.
So dumb. Is it?
I think my wife likes this speaker cabinet in a box more than I do.
Oh,
That's the
is
first
it
sentence.
Is it a freaking red? Oh crap! Is it like a speaker? Is it a speaker load basically? Is it an actual cab sim?
Yes.
Like it runs out of an amp and it runs like it's an emulated speaker load? What's the one I'm thinking of? It's like a red.
This is not designed to run out of an amp.
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about though? The two like the Two Notes Torpedo, or I'm trying to think of one. I swear there was one that had like red in the name. Or maybe it was like a cab clone type thing. But it's not like a yeah, so it's not meant to run out of an amp. Oh. Is it a single
So what
like,
is
is it
it
just a
meant to do?
What's that?
What is it meant to do if it's not to run out to an amp?
No, out of an amp. The amp you don't like run the amplified
okay, sorry.
speaker signal into this thing. Or
What
do you?
Is it meant? No. What is it meant to do?
It's meant to emulate a speaker, but at the end of your pedal chain, I guess? Or is it an amp?
Yes. It is not an amp.
So is it like a Cab clone or a Cab Zeus or something like that?
Yes, you're getting closer.
Does it have Cab in the name?
It is a Cab Zeus.
Oh, it is a Cab Zeus.
Yes. Cab Zeus.
Yeah, so the Cab Zeus is
GFI
like
simulator.
Yeah.
Cab Zeus stereo speaker simulator plus DI box. That's what the
Yeah.
description
So
says.
it is, yeah, but it's analog, isn't it? The Cab Zeus?
Jeez, is it?
It's like I thought so. I thought it was kind of similar to like well, maybe not. To like the Nux or that kind of thing. Oh man, it's $319. The true Olympian of cabinet simulators that even wields its sophisticated DI box. Oh, a lightning fast algorithm processor. That is such a generic term. Algorithm processor.
What are the two knobs that go between edge and center?
Those are
what
like
is that?
two filters. I'm assuming you're sweeping frequency, and then you have the plus 20 dB and minus 30 dB there. So those are like just parametric filters, basically. So you would have a boost or a cut at a given frequency. Two independent channels with their own in-out through configurations. Channel, let's see, integrated DI box. Internal charge pump circuitry. Oh, no. Okay. It's the edge of the speaker in the center of the speaker. That is
wow. Mic placement.
That is kind of dumb. Let's be honest. Like, you really have a pedal with 3 knobs and 2 of them are choosing where the mic is on your speaker. Like, that's a little bit fiddly, you know? Like, I bet the sweep, I mean, it makes a difference, but that's weird to me. It's like one of those things where they only stopped to think if they could and didn't stop to think if they should, you know? Anyways. Oh, so the pad, the DB is just a pad on each channel. It's like true stereo. It's stereo input and stereo output. And it's just a pad because it's a DI. So it's if you're running like mic or line level out of it. It's got 2 XLR outs, which is nice. I mean, that is like, if you have to have a DI on your board and you have a whole bunch of money, like, I guess this makes sense. That's strange though, because like there aren't a lot of amp.
So, yeah. So what is it doing if it's skipping an amp?
I mean, it's just emulating the cab. So in theory, you would have to have an amp sim.
Oh. Because this is like, a cab sim. So I can't think of a
lot of, I mean, I guess like you don't need I don't know. Like if you sent your driven signal into a cab simulator.
He says it sounds great, but like, I don't.
Yeah, but he might have an amp sim pedal. But like, I'm just thinking like as a dedicated amp sim pedal, a lot of them also have cab sim built into it. So I'm trying to think of like, you know, but if you have like drive pedals and stuff like that, you sent like your driven signal into this, or if you had even like amp in a box-esque pedals like the BEOD or, you know, any number of Marshall-y sounding pedals or Vox sounding pedals. But that is it is a strange pedal. Anyways, we totally lost Aaron. Did he say anything about leaving?
I said, Aaron, we can't play this game without you. And he said, I know.
Oh, I mean, I guess we can. We might as well try it. There's a Cab Zeus mono. Oh, is that what it was?
No, it was the duo.
Because the Cab Zeus mono lets you load IRs, but the Cab Zeus stereo
I'm about to let him back in.
It doesn't have a screen of any kind.
Cole, when I let him in, just wait until his face, and then right when you see his face, say, "Boss Blues Driver." Okay.
Okay. Is it a Boss Blues Driver?
It is
The
Booyah!
Boss Blues Driver.
points for Cole. Sorry,
Wait,
Aaron.
what was the first one?
Sorry, Aaron. Cole just got the last 3 pedals.
Whatever.
Dude, I actually guessed the first one finally, though. It was the Cab Zeus, which really is just a dedicated cab sim pedal for $300.
Here's why I was freaking out. I was freaking out because I was like, oh, they're going to get so mad at me. But like literally like,
That is what
no,
it is.
it's not an amp. Are you sure it's not an amp in the box? It doesn't say amp.
But it also is like you don't even load IRs as far as I can tell. So like what speaker? Cab Zeus Cab Sim DI. Oh, you can also add a short.
It's not emulating like a specific speaker, I don't think. It's like,
I mean, it's basically like a DI, but so we were talking about like when would you use that if you had an amp in a box type pedal that didn't have Cab Sim built into it, I guess. GFI systems, more like GFY systems. Am I right?
Yeah, that is
like what you would do though. Hold on.
Whoa.
Speaking
Aaron,
of, now we're
that
getting
sounded so
Aaron
cool.
stereo.
Yeah.
Aaron Zeus.
That's what you would do, but it's
Aaron,
like
You were twins for a second.
I know
You're
it is like a
frat
DI
bros.
for like that, but that's why I was telling you just answer the questions and like, but you get all like, okay, we ask a question, you're like, whoa, blah, blah, blah. Just say no. It's not.
Okay, no, don't be that way because there are times where I don't know the answer, and so I answer to the best of my abilities, and then you guys go, 5 minutes ago when you said blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because if you don't know, just say you don't know. Don't make something up.
I said I don't know like 10 different questions in a row, and you guys are so mad.
Well, don't psychoanalyze me right
It does
now.
have MIDI. It's got to be an IR loader, right? Because it's got freaking MIDI in. It's got to be like if you look at the face of the pedal. Oh, and it's got presets. That middle knob, right? Had a short delay.
Yeah, but
It's got
that
4
isn't-
little green lights.
That just means that you can like save settings. It doesn't necessarily mean like that it's emulating anything.
But the other one has a screen on it and it has like the name of an IR on it. But I do not gig. I only
Oh, the
play-
Cab Zeus.
The Cab Zeus
Oh.
Mono has a screen on it and it's got words on it that look like a file name. You know,
Yeah, it probably is. Are you looking on
Okay.
their website?
no guitar amp needed to get the sound with microphones. I'd do a lot more work. I think it's like a recording tool.
It
Honestly,
says
it looks like all these-
algorithmic editing available via Cabs Lab software. I know Mark Johnson used to use one of these quite
Yeah.
a bit.
He used to love it.
Oh, that guy.
But
Yeah.
now he's moved on to like using the ACS1 a lot, I think. So,
Okay, I'm going to read the next review.
all right. The second one was a Blues Driver.
No, we just made that up.
No.
to be honest
Oh,
with you.
okay. I was like,
Phil-
why would you do
Phil's
a
like,
Blues
hey,
Driver?
say Blues Driver as soon as Aaron's audio connects.
Dude, I don't know what happened, but my laptop just like stopped being a laptop for a minute.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to get
An
that, and I was like,
existential
oh, I'll just do
crisis.
it on my phone. And then as soon as I got on my phone, then it was like, oh, I'm back to normal now.
Back up and running.
Idiots.
All right,
Anyway.
the next review
Computers, am
is
I
by
right?
Matthew G. Audley. Matthew G. Audley. This is a 5-star review titled Sounds Better Than the Pedal Name.
Mm.
United States, April 21st, 2020. Great
Mhm.
pedal. Smooth, organic, easy to use. I have the
Organa.
brand name, pedal name, and pedal name, and I have used the third pedal name on several occasions. Here is what I dislike about brand name. No USB for a software editor. You actually need one. How could brand name overlook something so obvious? Well, that's engineers for you. They don't think like musicians, and musicians do not think like engineers in large. I just happen to be a studio guy and produce specialists, so and product specialist, so I can move around on the product with ease. But for the average musician, I really
For all the-
believe
For all the
pedal
stupid
name
people out there.
is a poor choice until they address the USB issue. If they ever do, after trying all the so-called pedal effect emulators, the brand name wins hands down. The pedal effect that uses actual save yourself time and money. Purchase the pedal name.
So he's saying don't purchase the one that this review is for. Purchase one that has USB functionality.
He literally, no, he talked way more about one particular brand.
Was
And then
that
said-
brand Boss?
Aaron, turn down a little bit.
Is it a multi-effects?
It is not a multi-effects.
He's on his phone.
And
I
it
don't
is
think
not.
he can turn down.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
okay.
like pull it away from my face. I don't know that works.
He expects it to have USB. Is it an amp in a box kind of deal?
It is
Epson?
not an amp. in
Is it like a
box.
delay
Delay.
or
It
like that
is-
kind of effect?
It is an effect.
Is he talking about Strymon for a lot of the review?
He is talking about Strymon for a lot of the review.
Okay. So it's like is it like a DD 500 or a DD 200?
It is not.
Is he talking about the timeline specifically?
He mentions the timeline.
Oh, is it the Mako delay? But is the timeline the one he's talking about, or like is this a delay pedal?
This is not a delay pedal.
Oh, so what? So there's a specific Strymon pedal he's talking about a lot.
No, he's talking about Strymon a lot for some reason, but it's because
But he's
hates
just
that
saying
they
like
don't.
because of their menu system and
The
everything, they
USB
work well.
Yes,
Because they don't have
USB
ESP.
editing. Is it a reverb?
it is a reverb.
Is
Is
it?
it
Well,
a-
is it the Mako reverb?
It is not.
Is it a TC Electronic reverb?
It is not.
That's a good shout, Aaron.
Is it cooler than
Is it the Empress? Is
Strymon?
it an Empress reverb?
It is not Empress.
Is it boutique? Yeah, answer Aaron's question. Is it cooler than Strymon?
None of the three of us think it is cooler than Strymon.
Yeah, but does the normal?
is it the Wampler Terraform?
It is not the Wampler Terraform.
Is it a
Is it
Eventide
boutique?
pedal?
What?
Ooh.
Is it Eventide?
It is not Eventide.
Is it boutique?
People say this is a boutique brand.
Is it Source Audio?
It is not Source Audio.
Oh,
it
is it the
Matthews?
other? What's the one that's
It
like
is not
Source
Matthews.
Audio? It's not the Boss though. It's not like the RV 500.
Not Boss.
What's that? What's the one that's like Source Audio? Maris? No, is that another brand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maris is a brand. Maris is definitely cooler than Strymon.
Not- Not
Is it Line
that.
6?
not Line 6.
Is it a company that's
Uh,
known for digital effects?
Oh, is it Keeley?
It is not Keeley.
Is it New Neighbor?
It's not New Neighbor.
Yeah, are they?
Not
Are they
particularly.
known for digital effects? Do they have
Not
like
Not
oh, is
particularly.
it Emerson?
No.
Is it the Treeverb?
No.
It's boutique, he said.
Oh, it is boutique. We haven't get. It's not Earthquaker or JHS.
Nope.
Is it like so boutique that we don't know it of it, or is it one that we're
No.
Yeah, like is it
familiar with?
Red
You-
Panda or something?
It is not
Is it
Red Panda.
PandaCon?
You definitely know this name.
Is it the Art
Womp.
Vandalay from
The what-
Bondi
what?
Effects?
Reverb. Oh, is it
Oh,
Chase
it's a
Bliss?
reverb. You said
It's not Chase Bliss.
Chase Bliss is definitely cooler than Strymon, though.
Oh, you said it's not cooler. You keep throwing these questions back in my face, Aaron. I don't
Sorry.
appreciate it.
Remember 5 minutes ago when
Yeah. When you ask that totally subjective question, it's not walrus. How are we not like able to guess the brand of this pedal? It's a
we do
very
this all the
popular.
time.
It's a very popular brand.
Yes.
And we've not mentioned the brand.
Catalan bread.
You've mentioned it.
What?
Is it Wampler?
It is Wampler.
Freaking hate
Oh,
you.
is it like the Terraform or something?
No, I said
It's
Wampler
not-
Terraform. And he said it's not the Wampler Terraform.
You're an idiot.
Is it the? It's the like reflection.
It is.
That what it's called?
Ethereal. Yeah.
It is 69 points for Cole.
You're an idiot.
Hey, he's being a little harsh, but you are an idiot. Okay.
This much is true.
Listen. I'm answering the questions to the best of my
That's
ability.
such a
like
weird,
Aaron asked.
like that.
Yeah, and
okay,
that's fine.
So here's the thing, though. The Wampler reflection is just the freaking 4-knob. Like, why is
Yeah,
this
I
guy
know.
thinking that should have the fact that he thinks it should have
like
USB
God's-
is
God's gift to-
idiotic. Yeah, and he's like, oh, if people aren't as smart as I am, there's no way they're going to figure out how to use this reverb pedal that has. Let's see what the knobs say on them.
No, I don't think he's saying that Wampler should have USB. He's saying,
He's saying that
Strymon
Strymon should have USB, and the Wampler
And this
does.
one, because you're not an expert, this is the one you should buy and use because you're not an expert.
Oh,
But it's weird that he spends so much time talking about Strymon
that is so
and
weird.
not having USB on a
So he's
review
basically like,
for a
hey, for
different
all
freaking pedal.
all the rest of you idiots, you should buy this dumb pedal for dummies.
Yeah, because it's not like it's
Yes.
like a Strymon replacement.
No.
It has nothing to do with Strymon. Like, nobody is going to that review and like, well, I was going to get a Big Sky, but maybe I'll get this Wampler reflection.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yes.
Fucking weird.
That's weird.
All right, you got one more?
One more.
But here's
This
the thing,
review-
though. Strymon's menus are actually very intuitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And most of
granted-
the pedals don't even have menus.
Yeah, like you're just, well, no,
I-
like the big box ones, I think he's talking.
Right.
Maybe.
Yes, he's talking. Yes,
He
because he
must
mentions
be.
that blue. He says Blue Sky, or Big Sky, and Timeline.
And
Yeah,
Mobius. Does it say Mobius?
He should.
He
He's
didn't,
probably too
Aaron.
lame to say Mobius.
Say Mobius.
Okay.
Morbius?
Last review. The last review du jour. Aaron, du jour means friendship.
I know. Does your mean seatbelts?
Nobody
Uh,
caught that last week. I said bonheur means friendship, but it actually just means happiness. Friendship is amitié.
Amitié.
This review du jour
Dude,
is by.
Cole, did you watch that Toronto Tampa Bay series?
Yeah, dude.
It's so freaking good.
Yeah, dude, there were 2 freaking game 7s that went to overtime in one night. That
Yeah.
was nuts. But just seeing Toronto lose again, like,
Oh yeah.
dude,
It's funny.
poor
It's really sad.
Leafs fans.
They deserve it for being
Meanwhile,
like,
the Avs freaking
Leaf-
swept. So
Leafs
they've
in
just been,
4.
like, they've
Just
just been
sleeping.
resting for a week.
yeah. Who do they play?
Next round, I don't know. That's a
Minnesota?
good question.
Or did they beat Minnesota?
No, they beat the Preds.
Okay, that's enough. We need to move on.
Yeah. so
Sports talk.
whoever Minnesota plays, I think,
Sports talk.
plays the Avs.
Oh yeah, the Blues. Yeah,
Oh yeah, they play the Blues.
that'll
Nice.
be good.
And then Calgary's playing Edmonton. That's gonna be a good series
Yeah,
too.
dude, that'll be fun.
All right.
Okay, go for it, Phil.
This review is by Ultra Doom.
Oh, nice.
4-star review. Sounds great. Typical brand name. Bite and Push. January
Ooh.
19th.
Fight and push.
You say it like
2022. Really like this one. Hate the blank.
Seriously,
Design,
Every
man.
review today.
Yeah,
design and function is great. Adds lots
Are
of
great.
nice. Adds lots of nice gain and medium push to the chain. Not as much as blank or blank will. Really beautiful response. However, would be great to have an EQ option that would pull back the upper mid push and let more lows through, even if they weren't boosted audible much. The problem is, if you use this in front of an amp that likes to rumble, the lows will be totally lopped off at a certain point when engaging the pedal, probably like 40 to 80 hertz somewhere. Hurts, don't it?
I want to hurt this guy somewhere.
For most uses and live, this is fine, but it's a downer to not have any alternative. The balance is pretty good. It plays very well with other pedals. Brand name pedals usually do. And the mid scoop, low boost, and high openness are just enough to play at transparent, while also giving the mid boost and compression push I love these pedals for.
Wait.
Gives
okay,
a
so
wide
he has said mid scoop, mid boost, mid high boost. Like you can't have a scoop and a boost. He said
It's
bass
scoop,
boost
boosted,
and that there's a
transparent.
bass cut and transparent. Like this guy's a freaking idiot.
And the
Unless
highs
there's a
are
bunch
both
of-
compressed and open.
Yeah, ridiculous.
compressed in an open way. Open in a compressed way. I love these pedals for give a wide range of gain, lots of volume, and enough highs to fit most rigs. That said, going blank is no good for me, and I'll probably have to play with other versions to get what I'm after. I really wanted to avoid that. If you want something like a blank for less than half the money, check out the blank, which I hope to be able to compare soon.
Is this like a Tube Screamer style pedal?
I don't know.
Is it a clonk alone? Well, what is he said if you want to compare it to blank, what type of pedal is that?
You're not sure if any of the pedals he mentioned are Tube Screamer type pedal?
Correct.
Okay.
Wait.
A clon is not a tube screamer. If that
Okay.
helps.
The Tube Screamer is mentioned in this review, but he's not.
Yeah,
Not
he's
in
saying
comparison to this one, or like not as
No.
an like
if
a,
he talks about a mid
parallel.
scoop and it's a tube screamer clone, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Is it like a blues breaker type thing? It's not a Morning
It isn't.
Glory, is it?
No.
Is it boutique? No, it says half the price of
No, that's another option that he mentioned at the end
what?
that he hasn't played yet. He's like, if you
Why do
want
these people
something-
keep talking about 8 different pedals and then
if you
Phil has
want
to freaking
something, if you want something for half the price, check out this other thing that I hope to be able to play soon.
Yes.
I thought he was saying he hoped to be able to compare him soon because he was going to compare it to the real thing, like a clone or something like that. Okay, so this
You
is
said
a
it is a
fancy-
blues breaker.
I never said that.
I'm asking. I was just asking.
Do you
for
I
think
didn't-
Phil is
I
going to
did
know the
not
answer
say
to
it.
that question? No offense, Phil, but
No, none taken.
Bluesbreaker clones are not as widely recognizable as Tube Screamer clones. Is it a boost pedal? Or is it
No.
just a straight drive pedal?
It's a drive.
How many
Is it-
knobs does it have?
Is it reminiscent of a pedal that you
Great
are familiar with,
question.
or do you not know what it is meant to sound like?
This is one of those pedals where like we've talked about it a lot, and people will compare it on one end like, oh, it's like this, and then on another end they'll say, oh, it's totally like this, and those are very different pedals.
Is it a King of Tone?
It is not a King of Tone.
Wait, how many
A
knobs
King of
does it
Tone
have?
is like a blues
Oh,
breaker
it has
kind of pedal.
it has
isn't
3 knobs, Aaron.
It's not a
3
Prince of Tone.
knobs. 3 knobs, 1 foot switch, and 1 toggle.
And what color is it?
Oh, this is gonna give it away. It's
Yeah,
cream colored.
that's an OCD.
It's an OCD, baby.
Okay. Yeah, what
Yeah,
do
I don't know
people
what an
say?
OCD is based on.
Is it like an? Well, it's like a high gain. Yeah, I don't know.
Like it's
Yep.
not.
But I think you're right. I have heard people say like some people are like it's a tube screamer
Yeah.
or it's this or
Well, but then people will also say like this is an OC. Is it like a 250 ish?
People will say.
People say like
"Oh,
this is an
on-
OCD clone. Sometimes.
oh yeah, that's very common.
That's true. People will say OCD is like on the high end, it sounds like a rat, and on the low end, you can get it's super transparent and like a morning glory.
Sounds like a clon or a blues breaker or whatever.
Hmm.
Interesting. OCD. Yeah, too bad that guy's a total piece of human garbage. Otherwise, because the pedal does sound pretty good. I've owned a couple of them and I always liked them. You know,
I haven't ever like really gotten along with that pedal for some reason.
yeah.
But the description that this person is giving is insane.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Like it is
Because there's only
ridiculous.
like the settings on the pedal. He makes it seem like there's a mid boost and a mid cut setting on the
Yeah.
pedal or something, but there's not.
like
there's
it has
just
like a
drive
3-band
volume and
parametric
tone.
EQ or something.
It has I think it has like a clipping switch, like probably symmetrical and asymmetrical clipping or something like that. But
Yeah,
Like,
but it has a
literally-
low cut, high cut switch, I think is what it is, right?
oh, maybe so. What is he? Because he says a mid high boost, a mid cut, and a mid boost at different times. in
Yeah,
that
he
review.
goes all over the place.
That guy is a freaking idiot. Yeah, what is that switch on there? Oh yeah, it is.
It just says
Oh,
low, high.
It just says high pass.
Oh,
One
high
of them
pass,
says
low
HP
pass.
and LP.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe-
weird though.
Maybe he was saying when you do the high pass version, it cuts too much bass or something. But
Jeez, that's so stupid though.
what a dork. That is all your answers to that question were very valid, though, Phil.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have
is
talked
that?
about that pedal a lot.
Yeah, and like,
Mike
is there a
Ford,
known
what an idiot.
thing that it's meant to be a clone of?
I don't know.
Or-
I would
or is
assume
it-
it's a tube screamer, but probably like highly tweaked. But he also has the
Yeah.
full drive, which is a tube screamer.
Hmm. Is it just its own original circuit?
I mean, that seems unlikely, but I guess it's possible.
It sounds like it might. Some people are saying it is like a rat, like a modified rat. The
Doesn't
Voodoo Labs
sound like a
OD is
rat
a
at
near
all,
exact
though.
clone of the old DoD 250, which is only a couple of resistor values away from being identical to the MXR Distortion Plus, which that's surprising to me.
Well, that I knew. I had heard before.
Yeah.
Like those two are very similar, right?
The
50
Distortion.
the
Oh, I'm thinking of
250 and the Distortion Plus.
I'm thinking of the Super Distortion, probably.
Oh yeah, that's like the Distortion Plus and the
Yeah, the Distortion Plus
250
is
are like
super insane.
almost
distortion.
identical.
Yeah,
They're both like two knob,
GT350 is
Super
original FET base.
basic.
Yeah, there's no clear answer to it. Apparently,
Yeah.
some people are saying like the OD3 maybe. Anyways, that's a terrible review of a good pedal made by a terrible man.
Yeah. That's one of those pedals that's just like been around forever too, though. It's like,
Right.
I mean, it's
Totally.
super at this point. It's like, it's funny that it's still, I mean, I guess it's still boutique, right? Like, it seems like full
Yeah,
time.
Full Tone is one of those brands that like they're less boutique even than like JHS and those guys, right?
Yeah, it's
But
just,
they-
it doesn't
but they
seem
make
like
a
they
very
make anything
small-
new. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they make
they
a
have a
small
small
number.
menu.
They're boutique in the same way that like Analog Man is boutique, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not as much, not nearly as much, but
Yeah,
they're
I think
boutique
of
in the
them
sense-
like almost like an Ernie Ball, like or like not Ernie Ball. What's that? Like Seymour Duncan, like that level
Yes.
of boutique where
exactly. It's boutique
family
because they
business.
have three things and they've been around forever, and those are the
Yeah,
three things you
yeah.
can get.
Yeah. But they're not like a tiny, I mean, I guess they're still probably a small, technically considered a small business, but
Yeah.
they're just so
You have
well
another one,
established,
Phil?
I guess.
Or was that it?
That was the 3.
Well, the
Four
4th,
if you
count
count
the blue.
the Blues
The 5 blue bulbs, 5 blue boy 5 bulbs. Good old blue boy 5 bulbs.
Blue Boy 5 bulbs.
That was the best. You're my boy, blue boy 5 bulbs.
Shout out to Matt Waltz. He's likely not listening to this, but that's okay. He's living his life, you know?
Yeah, seems like to be going well. I like Matt.
Yeah. I like
Oh
Matt
man, that's so funny.
Waltz. My boy.
Blue boy 5 bulbs.
That was back when Facebook was fun.
Oh yeah, man. What happened? Life.
Yeah.
Stupid. So stupid.
It is. Life is very stupid. I agree with that.
Ugh, my wife
You
just
guys want to
texted
hear
me.
how my garage is going?
My wife just texted me. She did Wordle in 3, and I took 6 guesses to get it. So I feel like an idiot.
I did Wordle in 3 too, and I just sent it to you, you big dummy.
You didn't text it to me, so
Oh, it's in our thread.
no, that's not a text.
I said I sent it to you.
Yeah. I'm just saying I didn't see yours because it wasn't a text, so I didn't
Oh,
get notified in the same way. Anyway,
yeah.
I don't know. Oh, what were you saying? Do we want to hear about your garage?
Yeah, I was joking though. Nobody wants to hear about
Okay.
my garage. Although
Is
I
it-
am going to post about it and get organization ideas from people.
Nice.
You know what else is textable?
Friendship?
Friendship.
We started a game
That's
called
terrible.
Friendle,
Thanks for Friendle.
and just it's every day. It's like, you know what else is, and then it has a question, and the answer is always just friendship. If you don't guess it in one,
That's
you're
a
out-
good
you're out.
idea, Aaron. That's a really good idea.
Thank you.
I like that idea.
You know what else? I like.
What is happening, Aaron?
You know what else?
By
is
the
a
way,
good idea?
speaking of the hockey playoffs,
Uh-huh.
the Utah Grizzlies are in the Western Conference Finals
How tight?
for the ECHL. The Utah Grizzlies are in the East Coast Hockey League, in case you were wondering.
All right.
East Coast, Utah. So that's fun.
The National Hockey League is actually an international hockey league.
It's true. As is the National Basketball Association. There's no NFL
Yeah.
teams in Canada.
No,
They have
that's
their
not
own-
true. National Basketball Association is not an international hockey league.
It's not?
No, it's not any kind of
True.
hockey league.
It's your opinion.
The NFL does not yet. I think they should put a team in Vancouver or something.
I mean, they have pro football in Canada already, though.
That's
That would be
true.
like that would be a pretty bold move to like put a team in Toronto where they already have a,
yeah. CFL is
CFL
like,
team.
ugh.
Yeah,
Anyway, thanks for friendship.
that was good.
Phil's
We ended
in a
that one strong,
motorcycle.
guys.
Yeah, we
Canadian
killed it.
football
We crushed it.
references. We took that ball all 110 yards and scored a touchdown with it.
Yeah, we gave it the old bite and push.
The Biden push.
Bite and push. The OCD bite
Hey
and
Phil,
push.
thanks for friendship.
Is bite and push? Is that a
That's from that OCD review.
How many?
Thing
I
from
wonder
the Property
now. I'm
Brothers?
starting to realize your audio's been cutting out more than we realized. I think, Phil.
No, I've been quiet.
Oh, I wonder how many things we've missed.
In the reviews.
I've never heard the time bite and put. I've never heard the term bite and push.
That guy said it in the OCD review. He said it's got this same bite and
Oh, sorry. I thought. Yeah. Okay. It's got that mid scoop and mid boost.
push. Got that mid scoop, high cut, low boost cut,
Dude.
bite and push.
Okay.
Give it the
Thanks for
old-
friendship, guys.
Let's go, Brandon.